Would you move into an apartment before checking if it's actually for rent? Would you pull into a parking space that's not empty? Would you put on a pair of underwear before making sure that someone isn't already wearing them? No, you'd probably check to see whether any of these things were available first. So why not do the same before even considering a romantic relationship with someone? Dr. Bruce Yi, in his article in Psychology Today entitled, "The First Rule of Dating," points out that the first rule of dating is to make sure that the other person is actually available, not just physically. Lesson number 1. When someone is still hung up with someone else, that person is not available. Lisa fell in love with John, but John just wanted to be friends. They stayed on as friends. Mark met Lisa and the two entered into a romantic relationship. But Lisa always gave priority to John insofar as her time was concerned. The tipping point came when Lisa spent considerable amounts of time planning John's surprise party while subsequently forgetting Mark's birthday. Lesson number 2. When a person is addicted to a substance or something else, that person is not available. Grace was in many ways a carefree spirit, with an emphasis on the word spirit. She was a fair amount of fun but would drink alcoholic beverages on a regular, often daily, basis. In fact, her partying led her to miss work and run into other problems. Simon, Grace's partner, tried to help her get past these issues. But it eventually became clear that she was totally occupied with alcohol and was not available. Lesson number 3. When a person is gripped with fear of something, that person is not available. When Bert started dating B told him that her last significant other had cheated on her. Over the next few weeks of dating, B started insisting that she know Bert's whereabouts and what he was doing at all times. She argued that her past beau had cheated on her while she lost track of him. Bert emphasized that if a person wants to cheat, no amount of policing is going to prevent it. But B was consumed by the fear of cheating, which led to a quick deterioration of their relationship. Lesson number 4. When someone is already in a relationship, that person is typically not available. Charlie was introduced by friends to Catherine and the two eventually started dating. But Catherine would seemingly fall off the grid for stretches of time. Why? She was living with a married man in one of his condos, unbeknownst to his wife. He kept telling Catherine that he would eventually leave his wife. And we all know how that often goes. Charlie's friends later admitted that they were hoping that he could help pull Catherine away from her being a mistress. But Charlie realized that Catherine would never be available for him. Lesson number 5. When someone has told you that he or she is not available, that person is usually not available. Danny was stricken with Debbie. Debbie, however, told him that she was not ready to date but was interested in remaining friends with him. Danny thought that maybe somehow, his continuing presence would eventually win her over. But that never happened, and Danny realized later that he should have just moved on to someone else who would actually be open to a relationship. For a relationship to really work well, both of you have to be ready to make each other top priority. Or at least, you have to mutually agree where each of you falls on the other's priority list. You both need to be available to each other during the time you are in the relationship. That's why life is so often about timing. Thanks for watching this short video. In behalf of the Professional Broadcasting Center, this is James wishing you the best in the coming days.